Please, be coherent. To every capitalist and liberal, communist or whoever in the world, please be coherent. It's important, being coherent in life. I also have incoherence. Getting lost in the Etna volcano, because we wanted to go there. We took the bus from Catania. Please don't go with the sticks at 6 a.m. punching the concrete, because you have rubber tops for the stick. But the most important for me, to point in whatever situation you find yourself. If you are sad, or if you are happy, or if you want to go, or if you feel you shouldn't go. Go.
We are here in Santiago de Compostela,
Capital de Galicia.
Capitale de Galicia, with my hermanito, Fouces, from Galicia.
Yeah.
Especially exactly from Monforte.
Monforte de Lemos.
Monforte de Lemos. We're gonna speak today in this episode English, Italian, Galiciano,
not
parlo
Spanish. Puramente Italiano, ma
not Spanish. How we met? I think
Erasmus.
this is a good question.
Why I'm here?
Why we are here
he's
together
here with me? Yeah, because after 2 years, 2022, we met in Erasmus in Prague. Sorry. We are still in contact. We have seen a few times in Lisbon,
Paris.
In Paris with other friends.
Very good.
And now here, he came to visit us. Visit me, sorry. So at home, trying to show you Ribeira Sacra, Monforte, what's our culture, our food, our drinks, and getting involved into the culture in a few days. So,
it's very fast, but
express movement.
I saw a lot. I think I saw a lot.
But you have to come, like every place, right? In Italy, for example, I went 4 times and voglio ritornare all'Italia. Now interested in mainly traveling. Of course, what I told you, I want to create my place here. After traveling, what's clear is
stay in Galicia.
Stay in Galicia.
Okay, let's go back like a little bit. I want to ask you, how was your experience in Erasmus?
As a whole? Or my experience is, I would say, full of good things. I don't find bad moments. Missing home, of course, but I met friends from everywhere. I'm still in contact with people like you. We still have a friendship. It never happened to me to keep a friendship from abroad, because I was an au pair in England and I couldn't keep the friendship I built in a few months with some people. So for me, it's very nice. I feel really happy and proud also with the issue of having the friendship. Like our friends Guille from Madrid,
Dara from Bendekhoos.
Ireland, Bendekhoos. I hope you see this.
Yeah.
And Avi from Italy and me from here, from Galicia in Spain. So for me, building up friendships is one of the big issues. Traveling, of course, dreams came true, like going to Sicily, to the Balkans. Being in Prague, a surprise. I didn't know it was such full of life, students, young, culture, what we said before, theater, the opera. You have many options to do, apart from partying.
Of course.
But
I think a big part of Erasmus also is partying.
Yeah, but in partying we met marvelous people too.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen marvelous artists sometimes. A guy making kind of the dubstep dancing in a disco, and I still follow him. And it's
really?
Because he has been growing in followers, and I see like
he's
getting famous. Like Kyok.
Also Kyo, famous
Kyok.
Russian rapper. Yeah, we are in a video, to be honest.
We met him in the recording of
a video, yeah. Because one of my classmates from this class, I think, is 3D modeling, Oleg, asked us, and I think this also, I think, one of the most part I took in Erasmus is just say yes to every opportunity and experience.
Plans.
I think I was like, the film Jim Carrey, Yes Man?
Yeah.
Like you can lie.
Yeah.
I was saying yes,
Yes.
basically to anything and to anyone. Not like bad stuff, but like just experiencing events, culture. I went to the opera. I was like open mindset. I think I will describe the Erasmus, my Erasmus at least. Very open-minded in a way.
And even open more my mind than it was, because for sure you erase prejudices of cultures, for sure you learn languages, and for sure the short moments always stay on your mind. For example, you remember the video clip is still a few hours in our life, but for us it's still we're talking after 2 years. For me this is impressive.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I value a lot, and it was in the context of the Russian
Ukrainian
invasion.
war, yeah,
So
exactly.
there were Ukrainian, there were Russian, they were
We
talking
were a
about,
community.
Yeah, and they were talking about the impressions already in the war. So
That's true.
for me it was shocking, but nice to see how they don't follow this, how they are still feel brothers. So yeah, don't get.
True.
Let's not talk about political
politics and
issues,
war,
but
yeah.
I mean, it was nice to have a different view from what the media.
Yeah,
'Cause we always
exactly.
talk
That's
about the
true.
media, so
Yeah.
I like this a lot. But yeah, traveling, the people, and the surprises. In the end, yeah, saying yes.
Also, I think if you want to share with us like the story in Sicilia,
Oh,
I think one of the big anecdote.
for me,
Yeah, it was like I think you got lost at a certain point
Whoa,
in
but
bushes.
the first day we were lost already because in Sicily what I saw is the public transport
Are a little bit
works in
shitty.
its schedule,
Yeah.
and they always say tranquillo, nothing will happen.
preoccupare.
Yeah, è arrivato, va arrivare. Like it will arrive, and never arrive. So we arrived from the airport from Catania. We had the plan of renting a car. The car thing
With a credit card, yeah, you must.
didn't work because we need a credit card. We were under 25. The insurance was like 300 euros for 6 days suddenly, and it was 60 at the beginning. Okay, we made a mess, but Guille said, this is very cheap, very cheap. And I said, nothing
I
is for
don't-
free in life.
I don't trust
In
this.
this world, nothing is for free, what I understood. Just solidarity, but
Yeah.
nothing for free. So we couldn't take the car at all. Let's say this, we couldn't take the car, so we started taking public transport. And we experienced the full system.
Sicily, yeah.
Because we go to our hostel. First of all, arriving was very difficult. It was close to 7 p.m. We arrived to the place. The man wasn't there, the owner, who had to open the place. And the second big story is getting lost in the Etna Vulcano.
Oof.
Because we wanted to
Yeah,
go
I
there.
remember, yeah.
We took the bus from Catania. After 2 hours waiting, we go there, and again, we wanted to walk. There was the snow, the fogs, the winds, and we were making circles in the snow, not reaching the top. So lost 4 hours, no battery, and again the thing of what we do. We go down, but sometimes you go down and there are craters, so you think you're going down,
but you.
are still up. So it's the orientation. Finally, we managed because the foggy disappeared, and we saw the easiest way. There
The
was
path.
literally a path,
Okay.
and we were walking in the snow. So lost again.
Such adventure in Sicily,
Yeah.
man.
And the third mess we made was going to Agrigento with the bikes from Agrigento to the Scala di Turci. It's called a nice place to stay. We go there, and we were 2 in each bike instead of hiring 4 to try to save money. And we made a mess of going. We spent the battery, so when coming back it's 14 kilometers uphill. So we were fucked, and we said, okay, 2 go there and 2 make auto-stop again. It worked with the guy I told you. We go to the gas station. He's making fun of me because I'm asking to go to Agrigento for free. In the end, I say, okay, I pay you petrol, but I don't have cash. And he said, a Sicilia, only cash. I will never forget this phrase.
Yeah, that's true.
And the guy said, in the end, okay, if you put 20 euros of diesel, I take you to Agrigento. And he was so nice. I was talking with him, io lavoro in the beach of wherever. He showed me, and I said, oh, unluckily we don't have time. He said, come to my village, we have this and this. and he was so nice. So the prejudice again of a angry man in Sicily, like making fun of tourists. He seemed to be aggressive, but the opposite.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was so
welcoming.
yeah,
Like
welcoming to do something in our area, and even talk to me or write me if you have a problem. So again, so good experience. And the last one is we almost lost the flight.
What stuff we didn't lost? Like,
Yeah.
what things you didn't
We
lost?
took the
in this
train,
trip?
but very close to lose the flight for the morning, early morning. So yeah, long story.
Long,
honestly.
yeah,
For a
yeah.
podcast, we'll take.
It will be a podcast only on this.
But yeah.
What was your feeling after you finished Erasmus?
Oh, for me, close to depression when coming back to Compostela, because I just had 4 subjects plus 1 to recover statistics, and it was like almost empty with lectures. So, low things to do, bad situation at home sometimes with the atmosphere, because my mind was still there. Like we were talking about this. Like my mind was always in Prague. Like how good it was, how bad I am now. So for me, the shock took me a bit to depression, sadness. I didn't want to make the internship, but I had to because I wanted to finish everything and go for the for working. So yeah, the 6 months I had, I'm making the thesis. You say trabajo fin de grado. Yeah, the final thesis was horrible. So the last year, because it was normal, COVID with restrictions,
Yeah, me too.
Erasmus with no restrictions, coming back and a change in society, and was a shock, a big shock. Because being at home, it was different with the freedom.
Yeah, we had in Prague.
We could make wherever at any time, transport, cheap, food so everyone. And coming back was like coming back to the routine.
Yeah,
I was tired about.
that's true.
So mainly the shock and the depression. I was feeling really bad. Actually working, going to the winery.
Help you.
Yeah, in 2023 helped me a lot. And afterwards the boat I was working came the opportunity thanks to a friend. And now I'm trying to go to the yachts. But definitely what we were talking yesterday, for sure I don't want to study now.
Okay.
Despite what you said, or now or after will be so late.
I think so. I think for me, like I have to take the advantage of this time because I think after I will have a lot of responsibilities, so I will not have this free time that I have now. So I need to take advantage of this.
Yeah, it's the free time of the youth we
exactly.
have and the energy.
Yeah, especially the energy and health.
Yeah.
Because you never know, like.
Because afterwards,
yeah,
things can come and lose this freedom we always talk about, the not being single or couple. Because
no, it doesn't matter.
The sense of changing, because when you become older, changing is more.
It's more difficult. Yeah.
If you have family,
even worse.
It's a big challenge.
Yeah. So, do you suggest to Erasmus to?
Yeah, of course, to everyone.
To everyone, right?
Yeah. If you are happy with your life and comfortable, if you are uncomfortable and you want to change, if you want to meet people, if you want to forget people, for whatever situation, I would recommend Erasmus to everyone. Like, for sure, at least in Europe, in this case, we are lucky with the Erasmus program for every member of the European Union. Take advantage of it, and especially go to the place you have never heard about. I just knew Prague.
Prague, for me, was like...
I didn't know about the Slav world.
Exactly.
So Polish, Belarusian, Russian,
Slovakia,
Ukrainian, the Balkans.
The Balkans, so East Europe.
I didn't know these people, and when you meet them in this atmosphere and they met the Western, because we both wanted the same, find the other world. So partially it was the best thing, like the good shock, the good surprise. Yeah, even if you are repeating a course or you have to take subjects because of the credits thing, go for it. Go for it. At least the 6 months, a semester, if you don't feel safe. because you can always extend.
Yeah, I didn't
you
know.
go in the first one.
I didn't know this. I did 6 months, but then I think after the 6, I stayed 1 month more.
True, you were there. True.
And for me, it was like everyone, like, the last days of Erasmus, you just say bye to everyone.
Yeah, it was
Every
so tough.
week was like say goodbye and do a goodbye party in a way. Every day was fucking sad. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Every time, like, say goodbye to Viola, Leon, Guillermo, Dara. So at the end, that was the last one.
Yeah,
Me and Guillermo.
Depression.
Yeah. But I managed, like, I found a work very easy also, like in Prague.
Yeah, in Prague.
It's very easy
For
to find,
under 30 years old, I've read the statistics, it's just full employment.
Yeah.
It's the only city in the country.
That's true.
So, foreigners and locals.
Yeah.
But the most important for me, to point in whatever situation you find yourself. If you are sad, or if you are happy, or if you want to go, or if you feel you shouldn't go. Go. Because going will change everything 99% for well.
That's true. Yeah. Like you said also yesterday when we had dinner, just start. Just do it. We don't think about later.
The first step, we conclude.
Start.
We trust people. This is our first slogan.
In Paris, yeah. And
but
this one...
when he came here, we concluded, start. Wherever you want or you think, start.
That's true. So, you're from Galicia.
Yeah.
And the first time I met you, you really, like, I think you underlined very, like, sottolineato, very...
Especially abroad.
Especially abroad, that you're not Spanish. Like, this is, but very strongly, like, it seemed like you hate Spain, in a way.
No.
Not hate it, but it seemed like you have something against the Spanish, or the Spain like a government, or like an entity. So, how is to be born in Galicia and live in Galicia?
How is it in the sense of the identity?
Yeah.
I told you it's not hate, because people confuse this with hate. It's the reaction, what I said yesterday, is the reaction against the national project, but it's fair. You can feel Spanish and this should be just Spain. But always with respect, not saying, oh, Galician, Basque, Catalonia has to be restricted, because they are not useful for economy, for the foreigners. Foreigners want to learn Spanish, not Galician, not Basque. Yeah, but if they learn something else than Spanish, and it happens sometimes, like if you work in the rural areas, what is spoken is Basque, Catalonian or Galician. Basque, of course, is very difficult because it's an isolated language, but Latin, like Galician and Catalonian, they are easy to understand for whoever from Mediterranean, whoever from Western European people, at least. So when they say, no, don't talk to the Moroccan Arabs who come to the rural areas, at least I will talk about what I know, the people I know in my place. They come to the farms, and people get obsessed with talking to them in Spanish. Why? They are good learning everything because they have the need to work. They adapt. Mauritanian, Senegalese people, Somali, Moroccan, Libyan. The people I saw from Africa, they always learn Galician. Why? Because they want to work, they want to be here, so they made the effort of everything. Coming back to where we're talking.
Yeah, you went to the migrant. Okay.
Why point in this? Because I see many Spanish learning Galician, Basque or Catalonian or talking about it is a threat to the idea of Spain. Like Portugal, if in Azores or in Madeira Islands, they talk about we feel Madeira or Azores people because we are miles away from continental Portugal. It's fair, man. It's normal they develop an identity or something to feel just from the place. Here, we are supposed to be the periferia. And periferia means like the outskirts of something. And this something is the center of Spain, Madrid, the capital. And Madrid was, what I said, is history, was selected by the king as this will be the capital because it's in the center.
By Fernando? No.
Fernando VII, I think it was.
Okay.
No, Fernando VI, I think.
Okay, we can check later.
We can check.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, this is decided, and now the power comes to Madrid suddenly, and all the outskirts will lose whatever just to favor this place. And this comes from centuries. No one can deny it because its history is written. The kings admitted, wanted to do this place powerful like it's nowadays. Rich, powerful, communications, everything, okay? So for me, it's not hating. For me, it's trying to, what I told you, nationalism, trying to keep the things we are losing because of forced change. It's not natural, because I like mixing.
I think, that's true, that's true. I think you don't take the whole spectrum of nationalism.
Yeah. Because I declare as nationalist. First of all, to let you know.
Yeah. But this, I think, we talked this yesterday. Is not like that type of nationalism.
Yeah, and maybe things I don't fit into nationalism.
For me, no. For me, no. Because you are accepting for like mixing, like migration.
I want migration.
Like for example, I think nationalists will hate, or not will hate. They're opposite of this. And I think you're more patriotic about Galicia. You want to protect the culture of Galicia.
That it's been forced to change. That's the thing. It's been forced to change by the national idea of Spain.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's from the leftists and from the right. So that's what I mean. Like I react. I react because I'm scared. I'm afraid of losing what we have. And at least the good things. Not, for example, conservatism between the elderly people here. I told you I don't like it. I don't imitate it. I want this to change. But that's why we need the migration and the diversity to change also this conservatism between
because you have a problem in Galicia, or especially I think in Monforte you said, but this problem is spread in every rural area, like the low population growth.
Yeah.
And like you said,
elderly people growing and young people living to the coast, cities.
And big cities,
in Spain or abroad. Migrating to jobs or just the experience of we have a very, very bad rural place, no opportunities, and totally understandable. But mainly as a reaction, my speech of underlining I feel Galician, not Spanish. But I don't have anything against Spanish. Actually, I hang out with the Spanish, and they understood my position.
That's true.
And that ones who were reacting at the beginning as, what they say here, españolistas or fachas. I don't like this name, fachas, because it's referring to fascists in the past, so I don't like this terminus.
Termina?
Yeah, termina. So I understand their position because they've been born in a culture of this is Spain, but I want them to understand my position too. And what I told you, to conclude, the day the Spanish, to be Spanish, give or the meaning or the condition of being proud of the diversity of the languages, nations, I think there are, and the music, the people, and they take it as the Spain. The idea of Spain is this, the diversity, and not the Spanish Castilla, because this is the idea of Spain nowadays, Castilla, Andalusia, Mediterranean. North people, we are not the majority of Spanish culture is sold to the foreigners, to the tourism. So that's why we also react, because we don't feel part of this. If we felt part of this, for sure people like me will not be nationalists anymore.
Because like nowadays it seems like they don't do this, like they don't accept the diversity of Spain.
No, I see there's more reaction, there's more Spain. For example, the far right came, the Conservative Party went more to the right, most of the parties left the low center we had, and the people follow them. Because if the people didn't follow them, okay, we will be okay, but people follow them. So it's getting, in my opinion, worse. And we see for example, what I told you about the parties are going to justice to fight between them. The non-written rules are lost. They are being lost. So if we copy this as society, we don't have to wear the t-shirt of the blue or the red or the yellow or the green. No, you have to be citizen, for me first. Secondly, if you want to join to a movement, association, political party, a foundation, a trade union, wherever, but don't be sbirri. How do you say?
Police, sbirri, like, sbirri is...
For Italian, you understand?
Yeah, for Italians, it's
The
don't be a
sbirri.
sbirro.
Following unconsciously something without any...
Yeah, but this is because, I think we talked this yesterday, the risk of nationalism is to go to the fascism.
Yeah.
And what do you
To
think?
the isolation.
Yeah, like complete isolation, because you're scared.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think nationalism fit in this political spectrum we have today?
Fit when...
Like, secondo dove sta, dove si può mettere il
I would put
nationalism? Yeah, if you have right, left, center, or where you can put nationalism.
Nationalism in
this
Basque,
spectrum.
Catalonia and Galicia, mainly left.
Okay.
Basque Country and Catalonia developed the right. In Galicia, it's just leftist party. What I told you, mainly governed, ruled by the communists, and it's a bit contradiction, right? Because
Yeah.
the communists say no nations, no things, and here it's strange. One of the last reductos, like corners in Europe with Marxist organization, like dominating a movement. And here is what happens. The nationalists, I'm not communist, I don't feel comfortable on this. They dominate the movement, so it's not diverse. It's more, that's the thing. Now, that's what I see. It's getting more to isolation movement. Not to against migration, because they support also migration, they are for migration. But in the end, they have a very strong discourse and getting stronger against the idea of Spain. Not focusing on our problems like infrastructure, health, education. No.
Train.
More identity. Yeah. So it's dangerous. Yeah, I agree with this. But for me, in Spain, I would put it on the right party movements, nationalisms, because also the low nationalism in Andalusia. No, Andalusia no, because they are Spanish. Will be leftist. But nationalism, right. In Basque Country and Catalonia, who runs are right.
Okay.
Left is important, but right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like the bourgeoisie. Is who invented the parties. Here were Marxist, communist people who invented the party, the nationalist party.
But so you would like to have like independent Galicia from Spain? You think this is?
I think we would work better.
You think this will be the solution, or you just want to have like a statuto speciale, like
not
like
the
Sardinia?
Solution. No, it will be a step.
It will be a step for a solution.
Yeah, to improve. I think if no one cares about the problems of a place, this place has to rule itself, it's their problems, and of course cooperate with your neighbors. Everyone says autarkism, you want to be isolated. This is what the Spanish think about the independentist people. Okay, leave Spain, and you will
do it alone.
Yeah, and you will be fucking poor. And, sorry, you will be so poor, and you will want to come back, and afterwards we will not let you come back. Yeah, but in the end, these areas, not Galicia, because Basque Country and Catalonia are the most developed in Spain, in technology, in
green energy.
Yeah,
that we'll talk about later.
Like in many things. Yeah. In the metal industry, it's just in Basque Country. But you say, yeah, you will not come back. For sure, honestly, they will have a good state. Galicia, we will not.
Could survive
alone.
Will
be really poor, honestly.
It can be really poor.
I told you.
Yeah.
If it's tomorrow, we are independent, yeah, we will go down, but like this. Why? Because our economy decreased. And we depend a lot on, we rely a lot on Spain now, on the Spanish government and system of finance that is more complex than this, what I'm saying now, because it's years and years before. So it's not fair to say we are poor because we are guilty, we are lazy. No. It's because there were interests of not letting many areas to develop and to gain power. Because Galicia, I told you, in the beginning of the 20th century, it was the second most populated place in Spain. So it was the opposite. influenced a lot more than nowadays. Now we are like the 7th or the 8th place populated and losing population
More
like
every year, like you
thousands
said,
a year.
yeah.
Thousands a year. But like more than 10,000, so it's very fast. The last 20 years, we lost 200,000 people under 30 years old. So imagine how many young people who are having kids or having family or jobs abroad could be here helping to develop this place. So for me, it's getting bad like everywhere in Europe, at least what we know in Europe, in rural areas.
Especially in the rural area.
I want to point this.
Yeah.
But there are interests.
For sure.
The fires, what I told you, there's a fire, a huge fire in the forest, in a place with a lot of forest, like Asturias or León. I will not forget also the Spanish, because that's to show you. Doesn't matter is my border or their border. No, León, Zamora, they also suffer big fires. And what happens after 5 years? The wind turbines. Suddenly they have a project for wind turbines. And if you don't sell your land, or if we don't sell the neighborhood common land, montes de mano común, de man común, montes vecinales, they take it. The government declares it as a public utility, public use, so we cannot rule it anymore, and it's for Iberdrola, for Endesa, for all the electricity energy companies in Spain. It's so deep.
Yeah.
It's so deep to talk to the people, but to conclude, there are interests behind depressing our identity, depressing the power of the people, the organization, the self-organization, self-determination, and to keep us isolated. Because if we are individuals, we are weak.
Yeah. At the same time, I think I told you this. Like, if you have to be part of a big thing, you have to lose something from your.
Yeah.
It's impossible to don't lose. I don't say it's a whole tradition, but something you need compromise. You can't do it without. Especially if you are isolated now in this global world, like everything is connected. The supply chain is like to do like a car. You need piece from Mongolia, you need the battery from China, you need this from Ukraine or other place. So it will be frustrating, I think, to a nation or a place nowadays to be isolated. You'll be like, think about isolated country like now. Who? Like North Korea? I don't think they live well in North Korea.
No, of course not.
Right?
Of course not. No, but that's what people think we want.
No, I don't know.
We
I
don't
think
want this.
exactly.
I want cooperation.
Yeah, okay.
Bilateral cooperation.
Yeah.
Cooperación bilateral.
So you talk about just change like about politics, but we're still like in the main area. Like you talk about the wind turbine, right?
Yeah.
You took me in a very beautiful landscape and viewpoint, like really beautiful.
A canyon. There's a canyon. Ribeira Sacra is the wine region where I live, and there's a canyon with the river. Sunny every day and good wine and
very good place. And you when you go there, you notice immediately there like this whole wind turbine on the top of the mountains, and you said like something for me was very weird and strange about like the electricity.
Yeah.
Okay, you produce electricity, but you have to pay like same price or even more.
Even more
from
because of the offer and demand law.
Exactly. So maybe explain this to.
What I understand, what I read, is due to we are low population, and we have a big industry in some points, like Vigo, the car industry, or the aluminium factory north of Lugo province. For example, this factory in Lugo province consumes half of the electricity for Lugo. We are 300,000 people in a place like, would say, half of Sicily, to imagine more or less. No, half no. Galicia is like less than Sicily. Let's say 1/4 of Sicily. There are just 300,000 people, really spread. Actually, 100,000 live in the same place, in one city, in Lugo. So imagine, we have plenty space. come to Lugo if you want.
Come to Galicia.
Come to the empty places.
Yeah.
The empty Spain. I will also come for this. La
that's true.
España vaciada.
Like when people say like we are a lot in this planet, we have. I think you don't see the planet. Like you didn't travel.
We are really bad distributed.
Yeah. Also in Italy,
So,
like in my city, Forlì, Rocca San Casciano, or the rural area in Emilia Romagna, like there are plenty. Yeah, there are like no one there.
So, we cannot lie. That's
Like,
the thing.
for sure, maybe don't build more, just reconstruct or utilizzare, I don't know how to say it. Like use already built it.
Yeah, incentives to
To reconstruction. Something is already there. Like you said you want your own house, but you didn't look about a new like space or new terreno.
Not
built
buying.
from new. You
No.
search for already abandoned house, and with a typical like traditional Galicia.
Yeah, if possible, the architecture.
If it's possible, yeah.
Respecting the
To
architecture.
maintain, yeah. So it's just, I think, one of the quality I really like of you. Like you're very, you want to really keep the tradition.
Integrate on the landscape too.
Exactly. This is, I think, to connect to the wine turbine, like they, I don't know, disturbare la.
Disturb.
Yeah, I don't know. How to say it in
Disrupt
English.
the landscape.
Yeah, disrupt the landscape, and you don't even have a fair price of electricity.
No, it's too much for houses. And the thing is, how can, if Spain is supposed to making the leadership in Europe of especially wind turbines?
Yeah, green energy.
With Denmark, because Denmark have a lot of on the sea, or Great Britain are building a lot of sea wind turbines. And now in Galicia they want to make it too, because we have a lot of wind in the coast, it's Atlantic coast, of course. But again, why in the places where they fish? If there's a fishing industry, a low fishing industry decreasing, the people is the only thing they know. They can do in their lives. Okay, I will subsidize you, but they want to work. Why they have to accept to be subsidized if they want to keep doing what they like? Because they like getting wet,
Fishing and
going to the sea, selecting the big fish and the small fish, putting it back, because this is the cycle.
yeah.
Yesterday we
Yeah,
pointed
also cycle.
the cycle.
Yeah.
Start, tradition, diversity, cycle, and we said another one for the
I sent you the message on WhatsApp. But I don't know.
yeah. So these people know to do this, and again, green energy for everyone. We will save the world. We will save the global warming.
Yeah.
Partially unavoidable now.
Yeah,
because
exactly. I think it's
we already went too far. So since 1995, 3 big world meetings in Paris and stuff, and we don't change.
Yeah, it's bullshitting now.
So
like,
1.5 degrees, we overtaking it in 2008. So forget it. So it's unfair to say, oh, let's force India, because it's the biggest country in the world now, to make green energy. Yeah, but after 200 years of industrial revolution in Europe, we have been making the opposite.
Yeah.
So, we have to leader the green energy for our people. We force the poor people to use the green energy that is expensive to develop still nowadays, so it's technology. But we will still charge you. It's green, it's clean, but we still charge like when it was dirty.
Yeah, like it's you fucking ass 2 times.
So
that's very rude, but
where's the coherence here?
there's no coherence, I think.
So,
No.
okay, they can say, hey, we care about your life.
It's green capitalism. It's literally, they just changed the formula. Like, instead of petrol, we just green, it's greenwashing, but it's the same bad, how you say, I don't know, bad culture or bad behave.
Yeah.
So we just keep this, I don't know, I don't want to say Western
Imposition for me,
imposition, yeah. I think it's Western imposition about
And we are not
you should be
guilty.
green. No.
Because we are citizens from
No, we are low, like
average.
low, yeah, like low bourgeoisie, like workers. But I don't like this double standard. Like, okay, we did all this. Now everyone should be green, but who is doing the most green part of this technology? I think solar panels are from China. Most of it is produced in China. But you have to be... I think for now, you should invest in this poor economy, especially this growing economy, because they need more industrials than ever.
Yeah. And if it's cheap for them, they will go faster.
Exactly.
We suppose want to.
Exactly.
So.
And it will be good for everyone. We have to stop thinking about, our little garden have to be clean, because it's stupid. Because if you have like a bad, if you inquina, how you say inquinar? Inquinare, yeah. Like if you pollution, if you do pollution in, I don't know, Miami or in Galicia, bro, it will come to you. Like the word is fucking go around.
Plastics, for example.
Yeah, like you produce garbage in United States, it go to Indonesia. Like we see all this fucking thing.
That's the
like,
solution.
Yeah, even with fast fashion. Like the whole fast fashion industry produce in the very rural area and part of the world, and they put their garbage in this country and they pay them. So they just show them, we are green, we use cotton 100% pure, recycled.
Respecting
and then
labor.
You go deep and you find out, they just use fucking Filipinos or I don't know, Indonesia to put their garbage,
the
Bangladesh,
most polluted country in the world.
They can't even breathe. Like, come on. So this is some incoherent stuff.
For me, it's the speech is the problem. Speech, and also more important, people. And I don't blame people because we have the media, we have politicians, we have a lot of things to control us. This is not conspiracy. This is every day. We have slogans, we have marketing, we have politicians,
especially
we have advertisements.
Especially nowadays, a lot of propaganda.
AI already working for this, for these purposes. And people buy the speech. I don't buy the speech. If you want green energy, spread for everyone, develop the places economically, it's opportunity because they pay for the rent of the mountain. Montes Veciñales, I can explain afterwards this. It's a medieval figure of the property, Galicia, Asturias, León, in many rural areas. I think also in Italy, Greece, and some places in the world, they still have this. They rent our mountain, and could be a good thing, an incentive to go to this place because I will get a rent from the company that pays. But again, if I don't have an improvement on my bills, I still suffer the impact, the visual impact. Okay,
I can survive.
We will have impact. We made the highways and we forgot the impact after 40 years because it worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I accept this part. But what I don't accept is we have the wind turbines, we have to stop going there because you cannot pass through the mountain. But even if I live next to them, I don't get nothing. And there are examples, I told you, in Denmark, they pay to the communities who have next to their houses this. In Galicia, in Asturias, I see the projects, and they build, even if the houses are there, they build there, and they don't pay nothing. They just pay to the community of the mountain, but sometimes not everyone belongs to it, so that's a double speech. I have green energy next to my house, but I still pay the petrol production energy from the past. Where's the coherence? Again, I insist, where's the coherence and where's the green world? Where is it? Because could be an opportunity for the young people.
Yeah.
I have cheap electricity in that village, in the far mountain. You can see there, like the houses in the forest, taking care of the forest.
Yeah.
Because that's important thing everywhere. Taking care of the forest of these communities. And the other the energy companies, don't care about this, but they still get the benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand economy, capitalism, whatever, but who governs the speech? Who governs the speech? And who gets the profit? For me, that's a big discussion. And all this bullshit of let the market work. Okay, let the market work, but it's still the same people who rule this wants let the market work.
Yeah, let the market work.
Yeah, be coherent.
In favor of him.
Please.
In favor of him.
Please, be coherent. To every capitalist and liberal communist or whoever in the world,
Whoever,
please
yeah.
be coherent. It's important being coherent in life. I also have incoherence.
Yeah.
Abby knows.
Yeah.
But please, practice coherence. Another thing for our list.
Yeah.
Practice coherence.
It
We
would be
trust
good.
people, but practice coherence.
I'm with you on this. I'm with you.
Sorry.
Especially like one of the thing I noticed also here in Galicia, like we went to Ourense.
Yeah. Ourense.
Ourense.
Ourense because of
Ourense.
Auriense because of gold. So
Okay. And Galicia and Monforte because
of Montes Fortificatis.
Montes
The
Fortificatis.
fortified mountain.
and Compostela,
Yeah.
Santiago de Compostela because
Of
the
the
Romans
Campus Stellae.
because it's Campus Stellare. So like a field of stars.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like everything have meaning. Like
Yeah. In
okay.
many places with like local languages, usually this happens. Every toponymics, I think it's said, has
think-
like the names. has
Especially from Romans in Europe, because Forlì is supposed to be Forum Livi.
so
Yeah, you know?
everything.
Yeah, Roman
everything.
Empire, man.
So
Just two guys talking about the Roman Empire.
but it still comes to our days,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
it's unavoidable.
So when we went, when you took me to Ourense, we went to this thermal,
Yeah.
Thermal? How you
baths.
say?
Yeah,
Bath?
the
Hot
hot
bath?
baths. Yeah.
and the
Natural hot baths.
natural hot bath. And the thing like it shocked me, it was entirely free. Like it was public,
Yeah.
entirely public, and everyone could go there, and
Tourists
there is no
and
charge.
locals. It's
Tourists and locals.
for everyone.
And you said this like natural resource should be for everyone. I think.
Yeah. At least the natural springs or natural forest that gives air to everyone, why do I have to pay the entry? If it was there and okay, these people who claim, and what I told you, I discussed with my friend who is a anarcho-capitalist, and he said, yeah, but it will be fair. I charge you a fair price for the use to maintain it. We are supposing already things. You will maintain it properly with the baths and stuff. And you were lucky because you inherited this from family or you bought it at a very low price. So you have all the natural spring that is good for health. It's
Exactly.
good for the whole community because elderly people, the doctors even recommend you to go there after surgery, or if you have breathing problems, if you have cough, if you have inflammations. It's good for many things. And again, we have medicines as a product, but we have things as a solution, or at least prevention. So what's the point of the people who say should be private because should make money to keep it better? Okay, still with the low budget of this city hall of Ourense for the size they have, because they have a lot of heritage like in Italy.
Yeah.
To take care of all, it's expensive. Private or public, it's expensive.
It's expensive, yeah.
Okay, the people you are there and will say, yeah, but we have to erase the state, erase the public administration. Okay, fair. But the natural springs were there before the market,
Before people.
the state, the people, and everything. So why the citizens who live there now, the human beings who are there now, cannot enjoy and take care of themselves with a lack? Because we're lucky. That's the thing.
It's true.
We're lucky. We have the whole province, Ourense, is full of hot baths. Even in the river, what I told you, in the cold river,
Yeah.
there are small springs. They are surrounded by stones because they are like 60 or 70 degrees Celsius coming up. So it's a joy for everyone, and it's health. So it's very important. It's health, and for me, like a forest that is healthy because gives us air, gives us space to go, gives us food, timber for the furniture. It's a natural and economical resource. Why, again, not useful for developing green energy or green world for everyone? For me, this is maybe it's ethical or moral, but I think it shouldn't be a property.
Me too.
Definitely with this, I think shouldn't be a property.
And I think the state should protect this.
like should not have to be like a father, and we are like children. We don't know how to manage this stuff. We should protect like this, protect from to be private, and then leave it to the people. I think we are enough adult to know what is right and what is wrong, and how to treat like the public space. Even if the state his fault is not to educate. You don't give severe education, for example, in school. Or
Also,
don't give
everything comes from
education,
childhood.
yeah, from public school especially. Like, let's turn to education. Like, I think like most important thing nowadays, and you see like public schools, and you see the state, they don't invest in education, like very low. And like when you have to cut something to get money, the first things they go is health, ospedale, like
and they are not the
hospitals,
biggest investments.
and schools. And this is so bad. And you see like this new generation is, I don't want to say like we are the dumbest, or because we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of free knowledge. But like your friend said, okay, we have a lot of knowledge, but we don't have the discipline or the way to study this knowledge. Because, for example, me, okay, I have a lot of passion and a lot of interest, but I have very difficult to study like for my own. This is why maybe I need some university. I want to go to
You
study
want the
again.
institution, you want the
I want like a
place.
schedule. I want to be in a
routine.
routine. Yeah, exactly. So I have a really big problem with,
Because we have been taught like
Yeah.
that with the routine. So
yeah, exactly. Especially like you have to wake up at 8, you finish at 1. This is a really bad system for me, and I noticed like, because even the way I study sometimes is you see like you have, especially nowadays, like university, most people if they have exams, they're very anxious.
Whoa.
They're like, oof, oh, what I do?
here in next
What I
week
do?"
they start.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Like, oof, what I do? I'm very stressed. Like, exams should not to be like this. I don't remember like a way of teaching is so wrong. Even the exam, like, I don't like it. For example, in Prague, I really like the education system from university because it was very, first of all, very, how you say, coinvolgente, not
conver-
passive, very active education.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the anthropology teacher,
Dynamic.
very dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
and they don't give you a lot of homework
No. More lecture.
More
In
lecture.
the lecture was the activity.
and more talking,
Yeah.
and more talking with your companion, your
The teammate, the
your,
work classmate,
your classmate.
colleagues.
So I think this is one of the big problems we have to do, like especially for the state, is education, especially now with artificial intelligence, more than ever.
Teach people what's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but bro, we didn't even like teach how you use social media, and look now.
Or
Look-
explain everything that social media brings.
Yeah. So look
bad
now
and
what's the problem we had, like with fake news and all this propaganda on social media. And look how the political system work. We are so polarized because we have a lack of education
Yeah.
and lack of special education. Yeah, I'll not say culture because maybe sometimes we are full.
But also, what I told you now, I left. I was participating in politics in a party, and I quit like 1 year ago, more or less, or a few months ago, not 1 year already. And I told you I'm going to local. I'm going to associationism, like constructing, or in the trade unions, more about the people, more about the local. Yeah, what we said. I cannot stop the war in Gaza, or in
Ukraine
or in Ukraine, but
or in Congo
Yeah.
also.
all in Africa.
All in our
full.
Bro,
we always talk about
forget.
Europe,
Yeah, we always forget like.
but Africa is full of
Africa
conflict.
is full of conflict.
Using kids for
Come on,
war,
it's like
rapes,
since I'm born, I think.
tortures, so everything is
Everything.
in Africa. And it's not in the media.
Never. Yeah.
So at least we know we are right with this. They control and they focus where they want, the frame
Yeah.
of the lives, okay? So the thing is, I cannot change that, so I think local, and I think I can make more for my neighbor. I will feel better helping my neighbor who has a broken leg, and I can take him to the physiotherapist, or I can, what we do in
Like
the rural
what they
areas.
did in the river also.
Yeah. We found
very
a
simple.
a mud block of the canal for a mill, an old mill, and we said, okay, this is heritage. Let's put the rock back.
Yeah, like very
mean-
simple stuff.
So we didn't change the world, but we made something for
Our
the world.
communities
and the community. Yeah.
that in a way reflect, maybe in part, but reflects the world. I hope this reflects the world, even if the world is a big thing. But I think if you go deep, like you said, we trust people and we are human. And like you said, you travel a lot. We have everything is in common. Like we are not that different. Like the core of the stuff are very similar.
We're closer than ever.
Yeah, we're closer than ever, especially now. And yeah, to change completely subject, I think, or if you want to say something, you
No,
wanna add
just
something.
invite people like with Erasmus. Be cooperative.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah,
Be
start.
active. Do whatever you can for the person who is next to you. If someone falls on the street, help
Yeah.
him or her. It's good going to a protest for the other part of the world, but if you do something now, you are being a human being. You are a
Yeah,
human
just
being.
being a human being.
What way they're doing in the tribes to avoid the lions and stuff, protecting themselves together in a small place, starting a fire, taking care of the fire. This is caring
Caring,
of
yeah.
the
I think caring.
amor al prójimo, like taking care of the other one.
And to connect to the protest, like I think most days are like protesters. Like we're so divided even in the protest.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed this.
we have hundred.
Hundred of protests. But something you said yesterday, like it's better. Like what's the main problem or human dignity you want? Like good work, like
Housing,
housing,
and
food,
eating.
and yeah, exactly. So maybe sometimes we have cooperate, even we are different, but we have we have some common thing. Fight for this common thing, I think, or protest
We share more than
than
we
you
divide.
think. Exactly. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And yeah, be coherent, even with the protest.
Coherent. Go
Be
to
coherent,
Erasmus, be
especially with
coherent and be active.
Be active. Also, especially here in Santiago de Compostela, we have peregrinos.
Yeah.
In you have like contrast opinion on peregrinos, I think.
Yeah. Especially with the pilgrims Camino, with the Cammino di Santiago. This symbol of the Camino. Yeah. So a contrast between because for me it's one of the best formats. People are spread everywhere in the different ways because there are like 20 official ones. There are many ways. From Paris, from Rome, actually, villages in Spain, Portugal. So there are a lot of people. But every day on the news, or the people you know in their villages, in their cities, where they go, as the Camino is sold already internationally, they have to be the main people in the street because we are poor and I drop you €1 a day, la limosna. Why do you think? Message for the pilgrims, for the world. Come to make the Camino because it can be religious, sport, self-connection, because you came alone after the death of a sibling. Some people make it for this. In honor of your family, with your friends, with your couple. You lost a kid. There are many stories, beautiful stories, but please, we don't need your, how you say, limosna. Yeah,
Your okay, the limosina. I don't know how to.
Your coin.
Yeah.
It's not why we want you here. We want you here for the experience and understand why the Camino exists.
Exactly.
It's something you should, my opinion is, you should understand before doing it. Because it's also tourism and you stop in nice villages, but don't make noise, please. Don't dirty the place.
Be respectful.
Be respectful with the people. Okay, people give things for free, but giving for free doesn't mean we are stupid. Because some, and it's proved, it's not my invention, my impression, it's proved in some places, pilgrims start taking, instead of one bottle in a house, because the houses leave tables with food, fruit, even maps or shoes, sometimes wherever
Really?
they need. Yeah, because this is the spirit of the Camino.
Sure.
Theoretically, helping the pilgrims like in the medieval era. They have no lights, they have no maps, giving directions, giving food. But please don't take 5 bottles. Please don't take toilet paper from the hostels. Please don't go with the sticks at 6 a.m. punching the concrete because you have rubber tops for the stick. You can't stop the noise. So, and when the people go out and say, please, could you stop? Don't say, we are tourists. That's the answer. Like, we are tourists. And tourists gives you the right to make noise to the neighborhood because between us, we don't make noise. We let the other one sleep. So, with tourism, I have contrast. I study tourism, I work for tourism, but as a worker, I am very respectful to our guests, but I want the guests to be very respectful with me too.
That's true. I'm with you on this.
I sit to harvest. I hope they do the same. This is behavior. For me, this is basics. It's not about money. We went to the Balkans, to Bosnia, and we paid the woman the money, and she was so happy. We're 10 people, and spending in the small village in Mostar, forgotten village after the war. And I wasn't like, I will make noise. No, she asked us in Bosnian, translating and stuff with the phone. Please don't make noise because the neighbors are not used to tourists. And we were so respectful, and we were young, we were Erasmus people. With the Spanish to make noise. So, yeah, and I was insisting, they want us here, but be respectful. Balkans had a war very recently. They are sad. Sometimes you see them strict, strong, like rude. But be respectful in every single activity with respect.
Especially if you're a tourist, like you're a guest in their country, so you should.
And we are hosts.
Yeah.
And we host you very gently, but please with respect everywhere.
Yeah, I'm with you. So be respectful, Pellegrinos.
Please enjoy it because I've never done it. But
don't be asshole. I think he's trying to say politely.
Yeah, it's said to be a self-connecting and a good memory, but be polite. That's it.
Yeah. Like it will be your home. I think it's exactly this is.
Keep it clean like your home.
Message,
keep it tidy and respectful, and neat and
follows.
Please.
Follows the Cammino.
That's why there are
spirit.
panels of everything everywhere, because what we see from the community, public administration seems to be impossible to have tourism. This tourism, especially the pilgrims Camino. And I want you to make the Cammino de Santiago. Camino is, o Bo Camino, we say to Galicia. Bo Camino a Galicia. Go there. But of course, you give a lot to us. We want to give you the best, but we need a good exchange.
Yeah, respectful way.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, what's your favorite team? But we went in the Santiago direction.
Santa Vigo.
Santa Vigo. Okay, this is a very random question now, I think.
I like random questions.
If you are the Prime Minister of Spain,
Joder.
what's your first act? What you're gonna do?
My first act right now.
Yeah.
How many problems in Spain, And we have been talking with my friends these days, but for me, definitely, apart from housing, because now is the most spoken thing, the housing for young people. I don't know. For sure, for people after disaster in Valencia too and stuff, there was like a big flood in Valencia, a big disaster a few weeks ago in Spain, and like it happens everywhere. But my biggest thing, because of the taxes for the working, the IRPF is like the tax to the work of individual. Man, to the young people, to the people with 1,000 euros, like Luxembourg or some places, till a quantity, no taxes for them. They have to develop their life with a house, with a job and with things they can pay. If they have taxes, this is another discussion. But I mean, the starting people, in my opinion, should have the opportunity like the previous ones with the different contracts and the better situation they started working, because starting in the 1980s, like my parents, or 1990s, there were jobs to cover, there were more jobs than workers, more jobs available. Nowadays there are 100,000 workers like prepared to make one task. That's why we migrate. Also the Western people, we move between Western countries. My first thing would be, please, no tax pressure to the lowest, because it's not, after what I see, taking to those ones who earn the most. No, let's take nothing to the poorest, who had difficulties to study, who had problems, who lost family, who lost in a disaster. Man, they are putting conditions in Valencia to get the subsidies. They are putting conditions for the future. Loans from the state. Come on, a loan. It's a flood. The constructions were from the 1960s, from the dictatorship. They didn't choose to live there. They bought houses because it was supposed to be safe, like everywhere. So, for me, the first action, no taxes for the young, no taxes for the low.
Maybe tax the rich also, I would say. I will add if I was the prime minister of...
But the less conflict, for sure there will be no conflict with... Okay, if the rich say, let's tax the poor, please.
That's true.
You are against the taxes, please, wealthy people in the world. If I don't take from the poorest, okay,
but
ask me for lower, but not for zero. I think. But as a first action, yeah, leave the people. Joder, man, the young people. If you
especially
have
young, yeah.
1,200 euros income, here in Spain, you end up with 1,000. So 1,000 for rent, food. If you don't have a house with an orchard.
You have a car, insurance.
You have to move, insurance.
Stuff.
A sickness that you pay most of the treatment or whatever, you're fucked.
That's true.
You're fucked. You are really fucked. Like.
And you need to study, pay maybe university tax also.
Yeah.
I think university should be free.
Very complex, but but what I see could help with the shitty problems we have. What may help a lot is at least don't pressure the low people now. But of course, it's complex.
You will do a lot.
And of course, making life easier in many ways. Like, don't put conditions to, I want to live in the rural area. Conditions for an investment to a house. Conditions for, of course, I want to respect the architecture. We already talked about this.
It's true. The heritage.
But don't put 100 conditions from a desk in an office here in Santiago Compostela when you have never been in the mountain. So don't write the conditions there to apply them there with no inspection, because this is making people fear the administration. It's something, at least happens here a lot. People fear a lot the penalties. You are always scared about, if you don't follow, 100,000 euros penalty. Don't scare people. If you help, will be a cycle, un retorno. There will be a, how you say, also a...
Getting back?
Yeah, getting back, a good feedback too for the investment. Yeah. Because some countries rule the country like investment. We invest in people, and we will make something for everyone.
That's true.
So, yeah, for me, it's make life easier for many people. Because who has a lawyer and a team behind, and whoever, doesn't matter, they have more taxes, less, or more bureaucracy, they have people. But the bar here, or the restaurant there, or the repairing car guy with 2,000 euros maximum a month, please, make his life easier. He's alone, or she's alone, working. So, that's it. Make it easier for the people who are suffering. At least for now. That would be. And energy, what we talk, If we have energy, problems free or acceptable price now, or payable price, people will grow fast. Talking about the economy, grow up. And migrants, don't put migrants block because they are migrants. No, they want to work and do the worst jobs everywhere. I didn't see any Galician taking care of their own grandparents. And these people come to clean them and to move them on the wheelchair. Take them to the park to breathe fresh air. So also, take care of the elderly people. Respect and listen to them.
Yeah, good act, Puccino. Very good. How you say? How you
Lecture,
Yeah.
you say,
Yeah.
elderly people, they have experience.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a master and doctorado. How do you say in English?
Bachelor and master.
No, and the doctorado. They are the
Uh,
doctor. They are doctors in
life.
in the University of Life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, there is a book or a film you suggest us? Suggest to people?
Definitely. Prisoners of Geography.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I think should be by law mandatory.
Mandatory.
1984 from George Orwell. Imperios, Empires from Hemfried Münkler. It's a German one. Talking about how to understand things that are happening and we are so stressed with understanding them. Easy books to understand, despite you are not interested in history. It's in 200 pages. For me, it's a master job, what they made. And another book, it's in Spanish, but it's for sure it's translated. It's very about ethics, but told for kids.
Oh, it
Things
will be
about,
important for many people. I
yeah,
think.
things about behaving and social behavior and stuff.
Trading.
Ética para amador.
Ética para amador.
It's like a father talking to his kid, advices to be
Good person.
good person, and you will get good things if you behave like that. Ética para amador. The ethics for amador.
I will put the link in the description for every
Yeah.
book. I will try.
Books that
Improve yourself.
and still on my mind. That change something on my mind. Yeah, Ética para amadores, I think is marvelous. Yeah, thanks to a good teacher who recommended me. Teachers can be also amazing. Yeah.
And films?
Oof.
It's difficult.
Films, definitely. Die Welle, the Wave, if you have seen that one. La Ola.
You talk about this teacher who
Yeah.
gets the
Don't
student
say
to be...
nothing else.
Okay, okay.
The Wave, Die Welle in German, and La Ola in Spanish. There's also a book, I think.
Okay.
La Ola, to be careful with what we follow and the people we follow in life. So again, how you say, razonamiento crítico.
Yeah, have a critical thinking,
Yeah.
I think you were going to say.
So and always doubt. Yeah. Film I like it.
Yeah.
A film as a child also influenced me. Bajo la misma estrella. It's in Spanish, but I think it's translated under the same star.
I don't know this. I was
It's
thinking
about a girl who suffers cancer and the value of friendship.
Oh yeah. I think
cried,
I cried a
and I
little
keep
bit
the
of the
ticket.
film. I think I cried.
I keep
on
the
this
ticket.
film,
It's
yeah.
almost the ink has already gone, but I
Really?
keep the ticket.
Yeah, it's a very nice film.
Bajo la misma
Wow.
estrella. Hard to watch it
Yeah,
again.
very
eh?
hard.
Hostia.
There's a big plot twist also, yeah.
Bajo la misma estrella. I
And
don't know
this-
if it was true story, but
It could easily possible, yeah. So connected to this, what's friendship? What is friendship for you?
wow, that one is deep. Friendship for me, it's is the most pure. Even I could say even more than love. Like sexual relationship, love. Friendship is the best of human, of the making a not community because we're just two, but I mean, friendship is loyalty. Is
Something you said yesterday about loyalty is like the most precious. Thing you
something
can
cannot be
buy.
paid, cannot be bought.
Can be bought.
And nowadays it's difficult to find this sense of loyalty. Like I
Yeah.
will be there,
For you,
I will leave my job or my place to take care of you in the hospital.
yeah, I will not
I will
sell
not-
you. I will not sell you
No.
for some.
Or betray,
Yeah,
because being betrayed is hard
it's hard.
to
Yeah.
accept
It's true.
and makes you more strict with friendships. So for me, loyalty, also telling you the worst things I see on you.
Mm.
For me, the sincerely,
Yeah, sincere. It's
Sincere.
friendship also. Yeah.
it's very important to say the worst with the most clear words and with no fear, because it's the friend for me is the mirror you have to analyze yourself. You are the mirror who will tell me like the thing of the nationalist. You are the mirror, like my other friend, the anarcho-capitalist. You are the mirrors I have to criticize my own thinking, to go back and go back. That's why I think, partially, I didn't go for extreme positions in life. Because I think I was, ¿cómo se dice? Carne de cañón. I was, at some point in my previous years at university, I was a very possible subject to fall in
In
extremes.
the extremism.
So I think thanks to friendships, I've always been in a balance. Because I have friends from
Both
different
sides.
thinkings,
Viewpoint. Yeah.
friends I had with different ideas. So luckily, I've always been in diverse groups. So, and Erasmus, of course, again,
Helped
helped
you a
it
lot.
even more to be with the extreme I found. For example, the Spanish. Erase this, but the Spanish
Benito.
Benitos and Francos, and talking with them, with no shouting and no fighting and nothing. So this helped me a lot. So yeah, it's important to be in diverse things to see this. So and friendship is loyalty, yes, sincerity, being sincere, and I would say again understanding the other one. Like in a couple, you have to understand what you need, know how to read the emotions, because I think with a friend you also learn this, how to read the state of mind, also the humor state, how you are,
There you
how
are.
you're feeling. Not asking how are you doing, bro? No, it's not a question. It's bro, I see you stressed. For me, this is a friend.
That's true.
The three main pillars afterwards, of course, hanging out together, sharing some interests. We travel together. We don't have to think too much about a plan to make it a good memory. Has to be natural. In the end, I think it's like love. Has to be a chemical attraction in the sense of personality.
That's true.
Because in a relationship, sex is also a chemical
chemical
attraction
part,
or
yeah.
instinct attraction. But in a friend, it's like you have to both match a point where you have something to share, but it's very valuable. You don't have to tell the other one it's valuable for you, but you know I found you the loyalty or these deep conversations. I know you don't get bored, and I know you don't. I know you don't get bored with me. I don't get bored with you. So I'm not always scared with this. I bore people with long and deep conversations. So finding this thing you don't have to tell, it's also marvelous. You don't have to talk about everything to understand the other one. So yeah,
true.
very close to a relationship, but also very, for me, more exigente, more demanding. For me, it's more demanding.
Yeah, I think I have the same idea of friendship. I will not thinking if that's something, but mostly it's loyalty, sincere, responsibility, and empathy. I think I would put
Empathy.
it also. Yeah, but empathy is the base of every human. Like you should have empathy for everyone, not only your friends. I think.
Even with unknown people, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So empathy should be a basis for sure.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I think friendship is important, especially nowadays, because maybe we think well, like with this all social media, we can have friends with anyone.
Yeah.
Everyone
Seems
is
to be
our
easy
friend.
to have a
Yeah,
friend.
everyone is saying. But I think good friendship need time. And this is for me is friendship, like all the things you said, plus time, practice kindness, and yeah, just be a respectful person, I think. But this is basic human stuff you should have.
Should be with unknown people
yeah,
too.
Yeah, exactly. So
The difference is you don't tell the unknown people everything.
yeah, exactly. Sharing also with your friend is very important. It's not the basis, but sharing stories, food and stuff.
And
Interest,
yeah.
sharing interest. Like maybe, like you was very surprised when I went to go to the football match.
Yeah, because
But I
I'm
know,
crazy for football. I know he's not crazy for football.
yeah,
So.
but I know like you are a very fan, and I may like some stuff of the football, but I say, why not?
Yeah.
Even if it's not my favorite thing, but
And it's third division. We
Yeah.
didn't watch Madrid Barça. No, it was third level.
yeah,
So it's good, but I was impressed. Like no clue about what he was watching. Like, and it was important.
So if we can conclude this very good talk.
I'm happy to be here. I feel the atmosphere of Kasse77e.
Yeah.
I understand it now.
What's one of your biggest dreams?
For life or for doing here or what? Do you mean?
For yeah, personal.
Honestly, like Pepe Mujica says, he says, lo importante es llegar al final y decir al mesero, sirva otra vuelta. I think in the subtitles you can translate this, but in English, I will try. The important thing in life is when you arrive to el último juicio, the last judge, the last trial, and you are in the bar and you tell to the waiter, please, bring another round.
Okay.
The same, exactly the same. You have lived for 80 years, please serve another one. And I took this as a slogan for my life, un lema. Like I have printed on my mind, whatever you do, don't regret, because regretting things is like you suffer. So I would say always learn from, but regretting is not for me. Lamentar. Lamentare?
Lamentare, yeah.
Lamentare,
is not. Oh, yeah, I'm
La
with you.
vida, no. You always learn from mistakes, from loss, from from mistakes, from loss, from deceptions, from frustration. So never regret, but always whatever you do, there's no recipe for the life. So for me, whatever you do is to build yourself more. And when you finish, when you don't have more time, because it would be amazing having the time you choose.
Time, yeah.
Please, how time do you want for life? 120? Take it. No, we don't know. So as we are doing here, whatever we do, to arrive to the point of, okay, yeah, I was happy, I'm happy, I can go. Because I see people who couldn't and who can't make it. My parents, I told you, I see them, they will realize at some point, I did many things that bored myself, routine killed myself, and repeating and not being sincere with me, myself was bad. So my advice, being coherent, being respectful, get mixed with people, care for people, friendships, of course, and definitely don't be selfish, but also don't be I'm the friend of everyone.
Yeah.
Don't be a liar, a leader.
Yeah.
Be civilizado, be a human being, because we are losing that, I think. We are losing the the empathy you were pointing now. We are losing a lot the empathy. We see someone on the street and we don't feel nothing. I feel sometimes even guilty. So imagine, for me, ethics care. So yeah, try to be more human. Of course, when you have something good, be proud. When you have something wrong, learn.
See you guys, and see you for the next episode. Yeah.
Ci vediamo a Italia, Stanford. Ciao.
Ciao.
I love this team, man.